We're looking forward.
Hello, hello, hello. Good
Hello.
afternoon, good evening,
Good
good
evening.
morning.
Good evening, Amarjeet. Happy to have you on the call. Amarjeet is a lifestyle director three with Opulence Global. Her journey began in 2016 when the company was still known as GWT and primarily focused on fashion. At that time, the highest entry package was priced at $35.99. Although she had no income of her own and relied entirely on her husband for financial support, Amarjeet was so impressed by the compensation plan that she made a bold decision to join immediately. Despite living paycheck to paycheck, she and her husband chose to invest in the opportunity by maximizing their credit cards. Between 2016 and 2017, Amarjeet traveled back to Singapore to celebrate her grandson's birthday and took the opportunity to introduce her business to friends. A few joined her along the way, planting the early seeds of her international network. In 2018, when Opulence Global launched its breakthrough product Fountain of Life, Amarjeet began spending more time in Singapore, staying for extended periods to focus on building her business. As her business grew, she made a life changing decision. She packed her bags in Canada and returned to her hometown in Singapore. In 2019, she independently opened a distribution center there, laying a strong foundation for future growth. Today, Amarjeet leads a thriving network of more than 4,000 partners across 50 countries. Her journey with Opulence Global has transformed her life, turning into turning initial struggle into remarkable success and impact. So, get your pens and pencil and prepare to listen to Amarjeet. Thank you, Amarjeet. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mavis. You always inspire me. I wish when I reach at that age, I still can do all this. You are inspiration at every time when you're on hosting. Oh my God, I say, oh man, she is amazing, amazing. And I also would like to thank our BDM, Sir
Yes.
Rico. He's always amazing, helping us to get the system running. As I am not a technical person, but I'm a one-to-one person. Yeah, more on one-to-one. Okay, let's get our Launchpad training started. Okay, I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who's in the call today. Thank you so very much to be here. Every successful business, right, starts with a strong foundation. And so today we are going to build the foundation. Let's start with understanding our smart buy. It's actually a total freedom shopping. It's uniquely monthly product buying option providing unmatched shopping freedom while building residual income. I would like to share with you monthly product buying options we have. We designed to give shopping flexibility, means you don't have to buy products every now and then. Claim to help with building residual income, products subscription, and also choose products monthly if you would like to, and also what is your current needs. What about what is shopping credits? Shopping credits, you can buy your shopping credits and save them for future shopping. How to get the extra 10% discount with a minimum of 150 PV Smart Buy for 3 consecutive months. It's very easy. You pay $150 every month and you get extra of 10% discount, which is a lot, right? And that 150 PV that you pay goes into your shopping credit for your next purchase. So there is a win-win situation. I always feel that it is a win-win situation because when you pay the $150, it doesn't go to anywhere else, but it goes to your shopping credit where you can shop whenever you want. Benefits of smart buying. It is a very unique industrial. I have not seen, I've been in other multi-level marketing, but I've never seen a company that you can buy shopping credit and leave it there and buy it whenever you want to. I've never seen this in any other companies. You can shop now or save the credits for later. Save money, buy in bulk. You see, when you buy shopping credit, you keep it, right? And you can use it whenever you want to. You can buy a family pack and you get 2 free. Fountain of life, right? And you also save on qualifying for bonuses, commission, and higher mall status. Not only you pay 150, you also get all these qualified bonuses, commissions, and higher mall status. Most importantly, protect your investment. Protect your team volume just for $150 that you are paying and you get back. And you're also protecting all these volumes that you have. Benefits of shopping credits. This is another amazing thing. Sometimes we have things that we want to buy, our wish list, we call it, right? You accumulate towards the product you love. Shopping credits never expired. You can keep it till December and buy gifts for Christmas. And total shopping freedom, set it and forget it. Shop using shopping credits and maximize banking fees, current exchange, and inflation. The most important, outside Canada, those who are outside Canada, is tax-free. We are blessed. It's tax-free for us. And benefits of smart buying. Oh, this is the next one. No, I've done wrong. Okay, sorry. Okay, another thing is understanding your mall status and luxury incentive for us, right? Start living the opulence lifestyle. That's what I wanted to. That's why I came back to Singapore to live that lifestyle. We can earn an income up to $60,000 per week plus. Achieve your LD1 luxury cruise. You only need to pay 50%, and 50% is paid by the company. Get yourself to Lifestyle Director 1. If you achieve Lifestyle Director 2, 100% is paid by the company. Isn't this amazing lifestyle that we are having? And you achieve Life Director 3, vacation or trips to FERI Gallery, 100% paid by the company. What about if you achieve Lifestyle Director 4? Wow, dream vacation, 100% paid dream vacation to exotic location like Dubai. And car club. You're also qualified for car club, vacation club, payment bonus from $500 to $4,000 per month. Plus luxury gifts, bonuses, incentive, so much more. Just by paying $150 every month to keep your business growing. I always tell to my partners, right? If we rent a shop, we have to pay our rent to the owner, but we get $0. Here we paid to our own mall, we get back the $150. At the same time, we get all these perks. Right? Mall status, exclusive VIP access. This is another amazing, which is recently was launched by our CEO. I love this. I really love this. Opulence Global, true to its name, is designed as a lifestyle focused business offering us a opulence incentive. Can you imagine while you're buying products, you are also getting more incentive and also promotion of the month. Never miss a promotion. Never, never, ever miss your promotion and live your opulence lifestyle. Because all the products we have, we do not need to go to a shopping mall to get anything. Mall status exclusive VIP access. This is another amazing opulence lifestyle perks that's given to us. Rolls-Royce chauffeur service when you visit the World HQ in Toronto. I'm sure many of you has been to the HQ office and you love it. I'm yet to go. VIP launch access for you and five of your guests at the world-class Opulence HQ VIP launch. I can't wait to be there. I can't wait to see our main office. Special dinners and party on a yacht, super yacht, and famous restaurants, free luxury trips, and much more. What about mall status? Status milestone recognition is designed to reward your efforts, enhancing both your email's visibility and your overall success. All you need to do was pay $150 for the Smart Buy. And milestone badges are displayed homepage, dashboard, back office. Benefits of the badges increase recognitions, boost your reputations with VIP shoppers, limited time status perks. So every month, you have this more status upgraded on your back office. Status milestone. The status value is determined by averaging the revenue generated from activities below or over the past 3 months. So the company usually check your past 3 months, how are you doing, and how your bonuses are qualified. You have amazing like bronze from $150 to $249 commission qualified. And also we have 250 to 449 bonus qualified. And it goes on to black level, which is 5,000 and plus premium partners qualified. Launching and upgrading malls are also included. Buying and selling products, PV valued, buying and selling promo materials and events tickets. Can you imagine you going for event tickets are also counted in our mall? It's amazing. Target your mall, premium partner qualified. Get yourself to black level every now and then. Exclusion, zone pricing, shipping, and taxes. I said we are outside Canada, so we don't pay taxes. So we are blessed. Purchase using shopping credits, purchases of Opulence currency, value calculation will be based on the final amount paid after all discounts or promotion are applied. Here we go, your marketing and your product business via social media. How many of you are in social media? I'm sure many of you, or every one of us have to be in social media. And let's get loud. Tell the world about our luxury mall. Right. Find and share your daily professional posts on the corporate social media pages. I'm sure every one of you have your own social media page on Facebook, on Instagram, and also you are also into Fountain of Life Divine and official page where you can find all the testimonials and also with the recognition with new partners. Do not miss this. You can find and share your daily professional posts on the corporate social media pages every day. Try to post every day, at least 1 to 2 posts. You can find it in our social media. What you do is cut and paste. But do not forget to add in your username. Another, I would say, is follow, like, and comment and share. We have this in our forensic network by our CEO, Ramin, as well as other trainers and leaders, and also the YouTube channels. Take your time to go through and listen to what there is there for us to learn. And try to get yourself qualified into this social media pages where you can even work on it and keep yourself going. You must follow this. Oh, wow. I done. That's fast. Okay, if anybody has any questions. Hi, Mavis, are
Well,
you there?
yes, well, Amarjeet, this is a
Yes.
very important topic, particularly all of the sections that you have just discussed as part of the Launchpad training, starting off, of course, with the importance of the smart buy, which is basically the foundation of our business. And you have basically discussed it well when it comes to all of the benefits of the smart buy. That's why I remember Amarjeet. Just want to just add up because how important this is, especially when you're just starting and a lot of people are basically asking Amarjeet, why do I need to pay at least a minimum $150 or $450? So this is sometimes always the question of the new person that is coming in. And if we don't explain or discuss the value that it can bring to the growth of your business, then most likely they will not be on Smart Buy each and every single month. So that's the reason why in the Launchpad training, as what Amarjeet has discussed and shared with us, it is very important that we explain, discuss, and train our team whenever we, the importance of having this smart buy. And just to add up to that, because here in the Philippines, what we do is we basically give an important training, a separate training actually, when it comes to smart buys, because if you are able to build that culture of people understanding the value of smart buy each and every single month, then it would become a natural thing for you and your team in your organization. And eventually, this would lead to people using the products and eventually you enjoying what we call the residual income. Okay. So, um, I think, Amarji, you have been on Smart Buy for probably since the time that you joined Opulence, right? You never
Yes.
missed on that right from the beginning.
Right, that's true. So actually, I would say that this is my personal experience.
Yeah.
When I first joined this business, right? What actually attract me was the $150.
Yeah.
It wasn't the business, it was the $150 that attract me. I find that wow, you just pay $150, and what if you keep on building your business and you get CVs from that, you know? And can you imagine if you have 100 people in your business in left or in right, and you
Mhm.
times 60 CVs, you are getting $6,000, 6,000
Wow.
CVs every month, right? So I did my
Yes.
calculation that way. I wasn't more into the business because I'm not a fashion person also. But I
Mm-hmm.
took that $150. I said, if I keep on building and building and building, and people are paying $150 because they need the products, they need to buy things and all from the mall. And I remember when I first saw Renee, Renee asked me a very simple question. Very simple question when I joined this company. He asked me, how much do I spend a year buying gifts?
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, I spend about maybe 1,000, maybe 1,500, you know. He told me, say, what if I give you a platform that you can get paid to wear? I said, really? So I said, okay, just show me the complaint. And where he was explaining to me the 150, that one catch my eye, $150. All I need to do, pay $150 and have three business
Wow.
center just to pay $150. And I always talk to my partners in Singapore. I always tell them, you have a retail shop, you paying the rent, you pay $2,000. It doesn't go to your pocket. It goes to the
Mm-hmm.
owner. Like here, the $150 come back to us and we can
Yes.
shop it later.
You
So
know,
it
Amarjeet, that's a great
yes,
point because if you are in an e-commerce company,
yeah,
sometimes even the company will charge you for the service fee for using their platform, right? and
yes,
and that's basically something that you pay and doesn't come back to you. You just make use of the platform. But here, it's there's no payment when it comes to the platform. There's
correct.
only what we call the shopping credits that is given each and every single month. What you pay for, the ratio is 1:1. For every dollar that you put in, you get one shopping credits. And that's another important thing that you mentioned, Amarjeet. And this is something like your shopping credits never expire. That's
Never.
one important thing that you said in the training. Your shopping credits doesn't expire. Unlike, like for instance, if you don't have the shopping credits and you only have products, then once you purchase the products after a year, 2 years, you can never bring it back to the owner, right? So that's a problem. That's the reason why a lot of people don't want to get as much product, mainly because they are fearful of they're afraid of getting the products expired, right? But in here, your shopping credits never expire, and that's another great thing. You can make use of your shopping credits, um, whatever you want, whenever you want, and purchase fashion, beauty, personal care. So basically, you have access to all of the products that are available in your email, and that's one of the brilliant thing that our CEO did when it comes to the concept of the business is the concept of shopping credits.
Yes.
So yeah, that is very
And
important for you to understand, and not to mention that as soon as you purchase the shopping credits, it already becomes a CV for you, right?
yes,
So
I
even if
love that. I
yeah,
I always tell the partners, you're paying $150 go back to you, $1 to $1. On top of it, you're making 60 CVs. Where the 60 CVs come from?
yes, yes, yes. So it's actually what we call this, that the team commissions already accumulating, the CVs already accumulating, which in due time when they cycle, it already becomes a part of your team commission. and
Yes,
and that is one of the things that our partners should understand, especially if they are new. So whenever they understand the value of this smart buy, then they will be on it each and every single month. And the
yes,
concept that our CEO shared with us, I think couple of Tuesdays ago, 2 weeks ago, is the importance of that what we call shop your mall, the cost transition. Danny explained it very well yesterday in the call.
Yes,
The
yeah.
30 use cases, all of the things
yes,
that you are using. Why not use your own products? Why not shop in your own email, right? So
yes,
it's PV. Every time you do it, it's PV. That's why from 150, our CEO made it that you can also do it with 250 and even 450 and even maximize the benefits in the compensation plan while you are continuing to use the products and um, being able to enjoy all of the perks and privileges of a higher smart buy or shopping credits. Wow. So this is really something that is very, very important to share with your team. So as this information, as this training duplicates in your organization, guess what? If you have been here, how long have you been here, Amarjeet, if you don't mind?
11th of March will be my 10th year.
Wow, wow, congratulations on your 10th year. Wow. So if you could just imagine from day one, people, Amarjeet was on Smart Buy, never missed a month. Not just
Mhm.
on Smart Buy, by the way,
MJRS,
MGRS
MJRS Queen.
and Bonus.
Yeah.
Even much more than that. So imagine
Mm.
that for 10 years, never missed a month of that, right? All right. So I was just saying that, if people will understand, your partners, especially the new ones, will understand right from day one the importance, the value, and the benefits of the smart buy, then they will be on it. And if your new partners understand this, they will also share it with their team. Remember, what's important to you will be important to them as well, right?
Yes.
So if they understand it, you are now building that culture, building towards what we call your lifelong residual income from people who are shopping their own mall, cost transitioning, using the products each and every single day. And for me, that's a wonderful, wonderful thing that we have, particularly in our business, in our compensation plan,
Yeah. And also we are
right?
leveraging on their work.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, it's also a good thing that the mall statuses were introduced, as what you have shared with us today. The mall
Yes.
statuses basically gives you another perks and privilege as you not only shopping in your own mall, but also generating all of the revenues from your e-mall, right? From the launches, from the product purchases, all of the things. So moving forward, these small statuses will have more and more perks and privileges. So this is what the CEO is looking into. So if you are basically increasing your revenues in your email, then and your partners are also increasing the revenues of their own email, then guess what it will do to your business, right? So this is something that is really, really exciting for our team and our business. So yeah, any questions that you might have, particularly for Amarjeet, then I believe Amarjeet is more than excited to share
Sure,
any questions that
sure.
you might have.
Looks like we don't have any questions. That's good.
You did a great job, Amarjeet.
So you understand
Yeah.
what's Smart Buy all about. Actually, it's very, very important. The
Yeah,
$150.
Yes.
I can see Renee raising her hand. I think this is the real Renee.
Yes.
It's the
Yes.
real one, okay?
Okay. Mhm.
Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Rico. Hello, Amarjeet. Hello, Mavis. Good
Hi,
evening.
LD
Hey,
for Renee.
Rico. Good
Hello,
evening,
Renee.
Renee.
Wow, you know what? Just even for myself, it's funny because I've been, of course, in this company now for about 19 years, and even for
Wow.
myself, sometimes you hear something and it just clicks different, and when Amarjeet mentioned about how, or you just mentioned together that your shopping credits don't expire, it hit me like something brand new. Even though I've been here for this long. And I thought I'd just share a little bit more because just in terms of, I think sometimes where I might see some people struggling in this business, and it could be you, I don't know, but I'll give you my own example. It's happened to me so many times now. I just learned to overcome this. But today, for example, I was driving my son to his tennis practice, and right in front of his tennis practice facility was this naturopathic clinic. And in the past, I kept driving by it. And a long time ago, I thought, should I go and maybe drop off a brochure and go inside and say hi to the owner, you know? And so my question for a lot of you on the call tonight is that something that you would do?
Yeah.
And maybe you have this fear. Again, fear usually stands for, false evidence appearing real. And anyways, it did for me. But I guess I've learned by now to never let that stop you. And the one thing that keeps going through my mind is, well, what's the worst that could happen, right? You go inside, you talk to this owner, and worst case, say they say no, right? So, anyways, I went many years ago, well, probably about a year ago, sorry, but they weren't open; they were closed. And so today, we're driving back again, my son to his tennis thing, and finally they're actually open. So for the longest time, this store has always been closed, and today I noticed it was open because suddenly the front of the store, it's like all these metal gates were pushed open. I could see inside. So before, there's like a small door, but you couldn't even see inside. So I could tell lights are on. And so again, I drove past that store, parked right behind it, and that's the same parking lot that my son goes into his tennis. And, you know, um, I want to go inside and talk to them. But what's funny is, I think a lot of us have this thing that happens inside of our minds, right? We start thinking, well, what if they're not interested? And what if I don't do a good job in presenting the product? And what if this and what if that and what if this and what if that? And next thing you know, a lot of us, maybe it's you end up kind of like scaring yourself to not
Yeah.
going in and trying. And yet the danger is that how can we ever get good at doing this business if we don't if we don't essentially fail a few times, as we call it, right? Or just sort of and so I just want to share with you that these thoughts, even for myself, it's been about my 19th year in this business. These thoughts even creep up on me sometimes. But the difference is I quickly tell myself the same thing I've been telling myself for the last 19 years, which is get in there, you little chicken. It's like, what's the worst that could happen, right? And but more importantly, the other thing that I tell myself, and I'm just sharing this because hopefully it helps with a lot of you guys, here on the call, and getting past, not talking to more people, is that I also recognize that, what, this person here, the naturopath, and they're helping a lot of people, and I have something that I know for a million percent would help all of their people. So my intentions are pure, my intentions are correct, my intentions are for the good of more people, right? And again, what's the worst that could happen? And so yeah, so I went back and said it today. Unfortunately, the owner was busy with clients until 8 p.m. I was only there till about 6:30, but I am speaking to the receptionist, and she was very interested. And anyways, I ended up getting their business card and sent them an email. Um, but I also want to share another story, which was you just heard it from Amarjeet, which was a long time ago. You know, um, I was traveling to, I think it was Edmonton or Alberta, and doing a presentation, and that's the same time that someone that I had sponsored in Australia had asked me to get in touch with someone named Amarjeet in Alberta. And so, I'm just trying to prove a point that I think we're all humans in the sense that sometimes we all have these doubts in our minds, but the ones that have success in this business are the ones that learn to overcome these doubts. So even though I had a doubt, I was in Alberta. I recall I was being driven somewhere, and in my mind, I'm thinking, well, so should I call Amarjeet or should I not call her? Was she being so? Anyway, of course, you learn to put your doubts aside, and you just call. Just whatever you do, just do it. Like just go and do whatever you're thinking of doing, and just go do it. And so I called her, and I think you heard from her story just now that she wasn't actually interested in coming out at first. So, we hung up, but I still decided to send her the flyer. you know, and lo and behold, again, in my mind, I had doubts. My doubt was, if I send her a flyer, maybe she'll think I'm annoying and maybe she won't want to respond to me. But again, you just go and do it. Like you just learn to ignore these things. These just silence that negative speaker in your mind, right? And I can tell you, and $100 an LD3. Another story recently is our newest LD2, Janine. I met her 5 years ago in the business, and sometimes you don't know who you meet. And just because someone doesn't have interest now, trust me, it does not mean they won't have interest one day. And all we got to do is just deliver the best of you that you can deliver so that one day in the future, because you're going to be consistent in the business, you're not going to quit, falter, give up, one day in the business, if you cross paths, who knows? And so Janine, 5 years later, I'm doing this presentation for Fountain of Life in this health clinic. It's a room full of, like, I don't know, 40, 50 people. And Janine, who I met 5 years ago, who her friend was trying to get me into selling this water filter machine, anyways, called Kangen. We just never ended up connecting, me and Janine, but we talked a while and we just never really sort of, but she heard about Fountain of Life. And lo and behold, 5 years later at this presentation, I was just focusing, on my presentation, and she was sitting front row. And after I was done presenting, she's like, "Oh, Renee, do you remember me? It's Janine." And but now she's in LD too. And so my point is, even today, with the doubts that occur in our mind, I didn't know, like, I don't know still if this naturopathic store will be anything big or small in the future, but it doesn't matter. We just have to do what we're supposed to do, which is just keep on sharing, and silence that negative doubt that you have in your mind. Just tell it to shut up, and, and just tell it to shut up,
Mm.
okay? And you just do it, right? And so, as long as you have your why strong, you know that you're helping other people. You know what? I hope that this inspires those of you who maybe aren't inspired, or you have too much doubts that flow in your mind sometimes. Like, should I talk to this person or should I not? I hope this helped you because it's worth it. Like, and by us doing this, following this process, eventually you're going to have massive success, because all it takes is a few people who see the power of this product that can become, you know, thousands of people later on. I think you'll hear the saying, Jesus had 12 disciples at first, but now he has billions of followers, right? Anyways, I don't want to take too much of time. I just thought I'd share that with everyone because I think sometimes we all have that doubt. And you can be in the business for 19 years like me, and it's only human that doubts might sneak in, but the difference is that you learn to kill it very quickly. You learn to silence that doubt, and you just take action whenever you think you have these doubts. You just take action, and yeah, I hope that helps everyone in the call today. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Renee. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Yes.
Oh, you're welcome.
Absolutely, absolutely, Renee. A lot of messages coming in our chat box here, thanking you. They are inspired, and actually, Glenn is saying that what you're telling, the story that you're telling, is true because he was with her during those times.
Mm.
Oh,
So thank you,
really?
Glenn, for your message, and
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
we had to get Glenn because I didn't even realize that she was with her. He's always probably somewhere else and hiding in the back. Well, not hiding, but probably just not there. But yeah, if he's there, I would love to hear the whole story because that's kind of funny.
Even for myself, right? When I brought Fountain of Life to Singapore, I have doubts because there's so many products in Singapore, so many, especially in Singapore, everybody is into a health product. So I was also worried whether I will be able to penetrate. So yeah, so sometimes we have in our mind, but all we do is, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah.
And you know what,
The
Amarjeet,
most
what I
important,
also
yeah,
found?
sorry, Ray. Okay, the most important is you must try the product yourself. You
Yeah.
must. That is a must.
Yeah. I
Sorry.
was just going to add the one thing that can help you if you're in this state of like limbo where you want to do something but you're not,
Mm,
um, is that by constantly being around people in this business, people who are like-minded,
correct.
it's going to rub off on you. And I always recall whenever I go to Singapore, and me and Amarjeet are taking some kind of a car lift. I mean, there's Uber back then. Then it was like Grab and Lyft and all these different kinds of rideshare programs. But just being around Amarjeet, we're almost like always competing in the taxi to see who can sell a bottle to the driver. Yeah, you know, it was like a contest between me and her. Um, And I literally recorded last time us doing that. I think I shared it a long time ago. But my point though is, by being around us, by being on these calls, it's also going to help you to fuel your mind differently to start doing the right things instead of again having that negative thought constantly creating doubts that create inactivity. No, just yeah. So if you're on this call, good for you. And just if you ever had any questions, talk to your My 5. We're here to help you, here to get you through your roadblocks, and we want to see you succeed. Yeah, back to you guys.
Yeah. And Renee, I think one of the most important thing that you have said is basically the mindset, right? That you have
Yes.
something that is of value to them, something that can help them, regardless of what they think. What you're sharing with them is something that has helped you, your family, people that you know, and you are thinking in your mind, this can really help them. Not to just sell the products, but these products can basically help them, their families, or whoever needs it, right? So
Yeah,
I believe that's one. Yeah.
sorry, Rico, because you just triggered in my mind again, but what actually happened as well, just to add to the last story, was I went to this trade show. It's called the Market Board of Trade show. Actually, I'm going to the same one again with the team on March the 11th, I think it is. But anyways,
Mhm.
or March the 14th. But I spoke to another lady who had a booth at that table, at the event, and she ended up buying FOL from me. And I tried to follow up later on, and she didn't reply. And the last time we had the health seminar here in Toronto, lo and behold, somebody else who just got started through Janine and Glenn, his name is Nick, brought out the same person to to the same event. So you just don't know, like, don't always look for that immediate result, like that immediate sale, or that, like, don't ever rush something, because
Mhm.
you don't want to look pushy or desperate. But just don't forget that it's not always the same day that you're going to see that result. It's like when you plant a seed, right? It takes a while. You got to put it in soil, you got to water, you got to have some sunlight. It takes a while for that seed to sprout, and maybe a few more years to become a giant beautiful tree. So just keep in mind that when you're out there talking to people, you're not going to expect to see sometimes the fruit of your labor the same day. You might, but it's better off taking the other mindset, which is, you know what, I'm here to plant seeds, plant seeds, plant seeds. And one day, 5 years later, maybe Jenny hops on board, right? Maybe it's like 2 weeks later and Henry hops on board. Maybe it's the same day and Amarjeet hops on board. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And sorry, Rico, I know you had something else to say, but sorry for cutting you off there.
No, I was just thinking about you, and because basically you said plant the seed, and eventually some seeds will, grow 30-fold, 70-fold, 100-fold. Just like, of course, we had the recent promotion LD4 Henry Shong, and this is one of the things that we are truly inspired about that story on how you get started with Henry, and look at that. Right now, he's the fruit bearing tree. Wow.
Hmm. Or
Yes.
even Mavis on this call, you know,
Yeah.
Yes.
she she
Yes.
she went she went to a trade show, and basically, I guess she spun this wheel that we had to win a free prize, and either you win a piece of jewelry or you win the business. And she was actually hoping to win the business, so she spun the wheel, won the business, came in for the next Wednesday presentation, and she's here now, like 15 years later or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Woo. Thank
Yeah.
you.
If you want, but if you want these stories, you gotta stick around. You
Yeah.
gotta do the business, right? You can't join now and quit 2 months from now. And so I hope that we're really sending the message deep into the depths of your soul, that persistency and consistency is very important. Yeah, to
And
see the fruit of your labor.
also would like to mention that, now we have everything in our mall. Everything. Everything.
Yeah, back then we just had some basic jewelry, right, Amarjeet?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing inspired me was when I joined as a in fashion. I find that wow, this guy, IBM programmer, because Basil from Australia. He already mentioned to me he's the youngest millionaire these days. I say, okay. So I said, oh, you know what? I've been a lot of MLM companies. They always say this person is this person. But when I met Renee, I was like, okay, he's an IBM programmer and he's doing this business. He became a youngest millionaire in 4 years. If he can do it, why not me? Even I'm not in
Mm-hmm.
and I heard his story. He was in fashion too. He's like a sport person like me. I always like to wear sport things. So I said, no, if he can do it, why not me? All I did was follow what he say.
Follow the
It's true.
system. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just follow what he says. So when I came to Singapore, right, it was fashion. I could recruit. I think I recruited about 5 or 6 of them in fashion.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just follow what
Wow.
he said. He asked me the question. I use the same question to the others.
Mhm. You know
Yeah.
what? Like, I think the truth is, look, every one of us here is going to receive some kind of objection at some point in time or
Oh yeah.
rejection at some point in time in this business, right? And I think the difference is like whenever you have an objection or rejection, that just know that you're not the only one that's received those
Mhm.
objections or rejections because there's many others before you that have heard the same things, but they're succeeding. So
Yes.
to let these rejections or objections stop you in your business, meanwhile you know logically that there's other successful people that have received the same thing. It makes no sense. Just go and ask. You know, ask your MiFi. You know, like how did you guys handle this objection or rejection? Like what did you guys say? Because as Emergy just said, once you learn on how to handle different types of cases and situations, you will master this business and it's going to be like you're just breathing. It's becomes so innate. It's part of your nature to go and do this business and you will succeed. Like you will just soar in the air with the eagles instead of running around with the chickens on the floor, always jumping from one company to the next company, always trying to maybe blame other people and or blame the company. No, it's you. You just have to learn what others have learned and apply the same thing. Monkey see, monkey do kind of concept.
Yes. That's what
Yeah.
our senior VP say, right? We are the CEO of our own business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Just want to acknowledge, by the way, I know it's already almost the end of the call, but I saw a wonderful message here coming from Alan Penn saying, never quitting, nothing like this. It's the real deal. I just joined a couple of weeks ago, been looking for 15 years for a business like this. Wow. Thank you so
Wow.
much for your message, Alan. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Wow.
And finally, yeah.
Welcome. Yes.
Um, Thank you so much for your message, and yeah, we're looking forward to building, working with you, and hopefully that this can be something that can you can really last up until until you retire or something like that. But you know what? We have had people like Rene. He's been here for 19 years. Imagine that, 19 years, and that truly that always inspires me, right? For someone who's respected in the industry, lasting for 19 years in the company, this talks about the opportunity, the leadership, everything that we have here in Opulence. So welcome home, Alan.
Actually, Alan's a very amazing person I met again. And he's if I understand his story correctly, he's been through so many different companies, and he just has tried a few things, and um, you know, I guess he's at the point in time where he was kind of um, almost almost closed off towards MLM. Yet, yeah, I actually commended him because he still had a bit of that open mindedness to come and check things out at our world headquarters. And I have to commend Nick, who was the one who actually invited him, because maybe some people who knows of someone like Alan might not want to approach them because they might come off as if they've already gone through enough company and then they're kind of fed up. But Nick, because I guess he had a tremendous story using the product. He just I'm assuming that just kind of shined through, and Alan did come to one of our meetings, and he stayed behind, and we had a whole table of people talking with him, and I'm just really glad he has to thank himself for having the open-mindedness. And he also just purchased his ticket for the Forensic Networker event here in Toronto as
Wow.
well. Yeah, so I really believe that we have the opportunity and the product that people have been looking for their whole lifetime. And as long as they have that little bit of openness, a little crack through that door of light coming through, we can really show them the full, the full sunlight coming through of this business. And so, yeah, I just want to commend Alan for and their team for getting the tickets for the Forensic Networker. As many did actually today. I think I had 20 people buy the tickets just today, so it should be a jam-packed event. So if you haven't bought it yet, make sure you buy your
Wow.
tickets now. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much, Renee, for sharing all of the things here in this call. I guess a lot of our people here are saying that they are inspired and they're saying their thank yous. And of course, Amarjeet, you did a fantastic job when it comes, of course, to the topic for today. Thank you so much for sharing your experience as well. And yeah, if there's anything that you would like to add up, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to say that, you know what, do not stop your smart buy. The $150 will go a long term for you, long term business. Anyway, we always spend here and there, right? The $150 is a business that you are building. That's all I would like to say.
Absolutely, and you are just a model of that, Amarjeet, particularly when it comes to just do it. As what Renee is saying, just do it, just do it. Whenever you want to accomplish something, you just do it and do it and do it until it gets done. So, thank you so much,
Mm-hmm.
Amarjeet, for this wonderful training.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone. And
Thank
I hope,
you.
yes, thank you, Mavis. You are
Yes,
another inspiration to us.
thank you. One team, everyone. One
One
team,
team, one
one
dream,
dream,
One dream,
one
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 system,
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 building
building the
building the
billion.
building a
billion.
billion.
Thank you,
Wow,
everyone,
thank you
for
so
being
much,
on the call.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Amarjeet.
everybody.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Miss
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Amarjeet and
Rico.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you, thank
Mavis.
Renee.
you.
Davis.